Welcome back, everyone. It's Stray Faye here with another episode of Cupid, Parasite. Last episode we did, the third chapter of Gill's route? It was a really long chapter, but there was more reminiscing. While Lynette was waiting for a potential letter from Gill. She was thinking about that one time in college where Gill slipped a letter to who she thought mistakenly was Clarice, but it turns it's obviously a misunderstanding. You meant to give it to her in a sneaky way, and it landed up in Clarice's possession, and that's how the whole misunderstanding has come about in the typical Gill way, because he forgot to actually sign the letter with his name and hand it to the right person directly. Anywho, we're on the next chapter, 1 meter till love. Alright, let's start. The next day, Gill responded to my message late that night. Another wall of text. I'm sorry it took me so long to respond. You told me I should be more thoughtful when sending texts, so I've rewritten this one more times than I can count. But I guess I wasted time in the process. Did I make you worry? If so, I'm sorry. Although I can't say the idea of you worrying about me, what I mean is do you want to hang out or not, Gill? Gill, once again, this is way too long. Still doesn't get the point. He still isn't considering the recipients or my advice. I mean, I guess it could be the opposite, where you just send them a text and they're just okay. The advisor in me wants to make his message bleed red, but instead I just sat on the sofa and continued to read. To make a long message short, Gill essentially is trying to say, how about grabbing dinner together tomorrow night? Why didn't he just write that? I considered critiquing him when we meet. Either way, I'm off early tomorrow, so I replied that any time after 6 was good. Thanks for getting back to me. I might have to meet with a coworker after work, so why don't we meet in front of your place tomorrow at night around 7? I'll find somewhere good to eat in the area. Oh, that's progress. He's not just throwing aside his whole life to hang out with Lynette. He's scheduling things around it. Gill responded immediately, and I answered with a casual, okay, then replied again saying, I can't wait to see you. Ugh, Gill, you sound like an old-fashioned man. Gill will be coming to pick me up. We're even meeting up in front of my place. I think Gill actually lives on 6th Avenue now. It's nice that I can go home right afterwards. Could have just asked to meet near 6th Avenue and Cupid Corp. That would have been better for him. Still, Gill is willing to come to my corner of the city out of consideration for me. He has a car, doesn't he? Then again, Gill has been like this since I've known him. I remember Gill back in university and feel a pang in my heart. Back then, Gill taught me everything. I relied on him so much. I only realized that once Gill graduated and we were no longer roommates. After that, Clarice and I were so busy finding jobs that it appeared like Gill just left. We quickly fell out of touch, and life took over. In the end, I was never able to thank him for everything he did for me while we were in school. Now that we've reunited, I should really take the chance to thank him. Maybe I should take a page out of Clarice's book and buy him a gift. Even if I can't pick something small, if I can't pick up something small tomorrow, I should get something soon. I ponder that while getting ready for bed. The next morning... Bridal advisory. Mayor, please hurry to the meeting room. A member is waiting for you. Understood. The next day, as busy juggling Cupid Corporation members, on weekends and holidays, things become exceptionally hectic. Okay, so the next one is in meeting room number 2. After that, I need to reach out to that particular member, then I focus on today's schedule while checking off tasks on my to-do list. Is she gonna get so busy that she forgets her little get-together? It's great that Cupid Corp is so busy these days. For me, more customers means more matchmaking, which is my heart's desire. Even with the Parasite 5 quitting the service, the effects of Parasite House are still bringing in new members. A lot of them mention feeling anxiety after watching the show. Others say that they're not even interested in the Parasite 5. Thank goodness! I guess Cupid Corp can thank Parasite House for bringing in lots of new members to find love. Thanks to the program, the producer was quite happy. He even said that he wanted to make a sequel series. But that can't happen if there's no Parasite 5. Still, I'm sure there's some way to make a new program. I mean, you can just bring in new people, like all the other reality TV shows. They just bring in a new cast, and I don't know, maybe in like some future season there could be like how they take all the grand champions and make them fight each other. Regardless, it's my duty to guide today's members down the aisle to their dream marriage. The busier I become, the more motivated I get. I felt invincible as I headed into the meeting rooms. Yet, my schedule didn't let up even when my shift was almost over. Uh-oh, she's gonna miss the date. Demanding female member. In regards to that section, I want to limit the list to only members who own an LCL? I'm gonna say LCI car. In terms of annual income. The tasks won't end! Today's customer has a lot of finicky demands in regards to a partner. We've been at it for over 2 hours. Yes, miss, I understand. Thankfully, Cupid Corporation's Cupid system can seek out someone who owns an LCI brand car. He wants a fancy car, I guess. Oh, well, I actually prefer an expensive LCI car. Can you also make sure his home is on 9th Avenue? That's oddly specific. Yes. Understood, miss. Ugh, so demanding. She's only interested if he's high class and rich. Shelby, found someone for you. I have these kinds of customers. I simply listen to their demands, and I gradually rein them in. Just gotta lower your expectations, lady. While listening to this member's desires, I glance at the clock. My shift ended a long time ago. It's already 6:30. Oh no! I should send a message to Gill that I'm going to be late. Considering how long it'll take me to take the subway, I need to leave now to get to Gill on time for tonight. You gotta hurry! Don't forget! Send him a text. Got crazy clients. But I can't just drop things and go now. Anxiety bubbled up inside me, but I maintained a professional smile and manner. So how about my own personal profile? Yes! So I see that you've already filled it out with your information. We can go on ahead and get that into our system. Yeah, but can I revise it? I don't like what I wrote. Oh, okay. Let me bring you a new profile application. Please wait. While you're outside, send him a text. Ugh, at this rate, it'll take at least another hour. I leave the meeting room and take my smartphone out of my bag. I plan on apologizing to Gill and telling him that because my shift is running long, I want to reschedule to another day. Wait, no way! My battery's dead? Oh no! I tap my smartphone screen, but no matter what, it remains pitch black. Oh no! This is bad. This is really bad. I thought I was at 60%. How does this happen? Ugh, I need a charger. There's too many apps. And phone updates too can drain your battery. I feel like I've noticed that. I get a new phone, it's super charged all the time, and then after so many updates, it starts to drain a little faster, and it's oh, I gotta get a new phone. It's not easy to swap parts out in an iPhone either. I look around, but everyone was in the meeting rooms. There was no one to be found. Normally, I don't carry a charger on me. If I wanted to charge my phone, I needed to get to systems development and Claris. Ugh, I can't keep a customer waiting, though. I'm so sorry, Gill. If things go my way, Clarice will leave right on time. She might come across Gill and be able to explain things. I hope so. I hope Gill is not like... It's gonna be like the repeat of his college days where he's like waiting at the amusement park, but no one comes. And just takes it as another rejection. Maybe that would help them grow a bit closer, too. I broke out in a cold sweat as I anxiously shoved my phone back into my bag. Quickly, I took the sheet back to the meeting room. And then, as expected, our meeting took more than an hour. In the end, I managed to leave the office at 8 p.m., a full hour past my and Gil's meeting time. Oh, poor Gil. Poor Gil. This is Gil waiting outside her house. Aw. I look at the time inside. I sent multiple messages upon my arrival, but I didn't even get left on read. I tried calling her, but I just got a standard message saying that the callee was unavailable. I don't think I got blocked. Am I being rejected again? I gaze up at the night sky as I walk out onto the main street. The moon was shining brightly above. History seems to be repeating itself. Just like that, I look up at the sky after I confess my feelings by letter to her. No, this is different. We texted and promised to meet. She isn't the kind of person who would hurt someone like this. But why didn't she come? I start to worry that she got caught in an accident of sorts. Take my phone out and check to see if there's a subway accident or if something happened at Cupid Corp HQ. Find a subway delay of a few minutes, but that's nothing. But nothing about any kind of accidents. Maybe she's mad that I messaged about arriving 55 minutes before our meeting time? During our practice date, I sent a message that I arrived an hour early. She got mad at me. I did something similar this time, like come by at like 6. I thought you had a meeting with a coworker. That night might not have been good enough for her. She's a much more proper person than I could ever be right now. Back then, she was an innocent baby bird that I protected. Now she's surpassed me and is mature enough to scold me. I'm the one that's still stuck in the past. After meeting her, she continued to move forward and change. But I'm still the same person. I feel ya, Gil. I feel ya! I'm still standing in the same place. Maybe I've taken a step backwards ever since I left my parents' home. I've just been running away from reality. I lost myself in taking care of her, and I didn't take care of me. I thought that I was doing the right thing by protecting her, but really, I just wanted something to make me feel special. Because she was so inexperienced and naive, I felt like an adult, at least while we lived together. That's why I get so worried in situations like this. I couldn't help but send all those messages. But that's not everything. I drag my hands through my bangs and look at my feet. Protecting her did save me, but that's not all. Initially, I looked after her like a guardian, but then I started to see her as a woman. That tore me apart. I like her sweet, innocent smile. I like how open she is with her feelings. I like how she's unbiased and determined. I like how she liked my family name despite how much I hated it. I know my feelings aren't logical, but I don't care. I just love her. It's not because I want to protect her. It's not just an excuse. I honestly purely just love her. Lynette, I love you so much. So please, let me tell my feelings for you. Oh, Lynette, she made it! Gil, I'm so sorry! As she heard my desperate plea, her voice echoed around me. Okay, so we're gonna... Oh, good. So there's not gonna be like a huge misunderstanding. He's not gonna fall into like a deep depression. I gasp and look up to see her standing there. Back to Lynette's perspective. I saw that Gill was standing at our meeting spot and I ran over. In the end, I couldn't find a charger. I figured it would be better to take the subway here directly than to try to find one. It takes less than 10 minutes to get to my place from 2nd Avenue station. After getting off, I ran as fast as I could. And still, despite my lateness, Gill waited for me. Gill, I'm so sorry. I call out to him and Gill jerks the gasp. He looks towards me. His eyes find me and then they shift and then suddenly... Aw. Sudden hug. What? Huh? Before I realized what happened, Gill was embracing me. He wrapped his arms around me like a vice, as if to tell me he was planning to hold on and never let me go. Oh, thank goodness! I thought you would never come. I'm so sorry. Work got hectic, and when I tried to contact you, I found out that my phone was dead. I'm sorry for making you wait so long, Gill. You didn't wait 2 long years. No. It's alright. You made it here. That's what matters. Gill's body was cold from the chilly night wind, but for some reason I felt a pleasant heat radiating from him. Oh, poor Gill. He just cares about Lynette. It doesn't matter if she's late or, like, would do something that would otherwise piss off someone else. He's like, I'm just glad that you're finally here. I realized that it was because of his intense, assuring embrace. It was the first time I've been hugged like this. Back in Celestia, this never happened. Truth be told, it hadn't happened since I came to the human realm either. Human warmth can be this comforting even through clothes chilled by the night wind. No, this isn't the first time. Quickly, I sift through my memories. I've experienced this delightful heat once before. Yes, back then. Back on our prom night, Gill embraced me just like this too. We have a prom in college? Wait, what? Maybe it might depend on the college. I know my college definitely didn't have a prom, but... Oh, next chapter? This one was short, so we'll do another chapter. Memories of prom night. Gonna be reminiscing some more. Prom? What's prom? I was listening to Clarice and her friends talk in our university classroom. I was confused by this new term called prom. Oh, Clarice is in her bun. Her college bun. Oh wow, you don't know what prom is? It's like a dance party we have in college. Didn't you go to one in high school? No, back then I was absent often. This is my first prom. Random college classmate. First? Well, then we have to do it big! Don't think of it as just a dance. Lots of people find their match there. Oh wow, really? Yeah, plus if you go with a partner to prom, otherwise you're not allowed in. I bet they've probably like done away with that rule like now, but I didn't go to my high school prom. I couldn't even find someone to go with. I was like, and I went to an all-girls school, so I'm just like, meh. Although there was like an all-boys school as well that was like kind of associated with each other, but I didn't really like talk to anyone there. That's why everyone makes sure they ask out the person they like. Then afterwards, you have a promposal. A promposal! Wow! It's something I have to experience as Cupid. My eyes must have been shiny because Claire starts laughing. Aww! Do you have someone or some boy in mind? Ooh, you got a crush? Huh? What? No, I don't have a crush. But you all do, right? I want to support you. And we've lost her. You know, you really like to play Cupid, huh? Maybe you should shoot yourself with a love arrow. Playing Cupid? But I'm actually the real deal Cupid. Wonder how Clarice would react if I told her that. Of course, if my secret got out, Dad and Lord Jupiter would be really mad, so I'll keep it to myself for now. Honestly, prom's a lot of trouble. If you say yes to a prom puzzle, then guys start to think they can go all the way with you. Clarice, have you decided on who to go with? Yeah, I found a guy that doesn't want to be asked out, so we're going together. Both of us didn't want to be asked out anyways. Okay. As usual, you refuse to go steady with anyone. Too cool for school, Clarice. Well, I consider myself everyone's girl. Haha. The village bike here. Oh, okay. Got the tongue out. Goodness! As Cupid, I really hope Clarice finds a nice relationship. She's just content to be a man-eater. Then again, I know she likes to live life how she wants. I try to hold back my Cupid instincts. Love looks different for each and every person. I'll just support Clarice when the time is right. I'd highly recommend Gill to her, though. I'd seen Gill blush profusely every time he looks at Clarice during breakfast. Whenever I mention it, Gill always makes up an excuse and looks away from me. I'm sure he only has eyes for Clarice. That's why I tried to eat breakfast as quickly as possible to give him some time alone. Oh man, what should I do? I don't want the leftovers, but I don't even have anyone in mind. Well, Lovecraft is nice. He's popular though, so he might have missed out. Huh? Lovecraft. It's a rare family name, so only one person comes to mind. Speaking of which, Gill keeps turning everyone who asks him out down, despite his popularity. Oh, so it is Gill. I didn't know he was so well-liked. He's a cute little nerd. It's the first time I've heard that Gill was popular. He's never mentioned that even once. It probably doesn't matter to him, seeing as he only has eyes for Clarice. The prom, huh? Out of all the events at the university, prom feels the most special. Everyone gets into it. I wonder how many couples will be created from this event. Oh, I just can't wait. I look around to see if I can create new matches from the students around me. Then I notice a gaze from someone near the entrance of the classroom. It's Gill. Oh, what's up, Gill? For some reason, as soon as he noticed me, he backed away. Oh, he's nervous. Do you have a moment? Right now? Sure. Then, can you come with me to the courtyard? There's something I want to talk to you about. I nodded and said goodbye to Clarice and her friends, then I went to the courtyard with Gill. We sit side by side on a bench. Gill was still a bit standoffish. He hadn't said anything. Gill, is everything okay? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking of how to best express myself. Could he be having money problems? Maybe he can't pay the rent. We're sharing our place between 3 people, so when someone can't pay in full, there's always someone there to help out. Sometimes Clarice would overspend, so Gill and I would pick up the slack. But Gill has never been short on rent. Can we take conclusions here? Maybe he's embarrassed to admit to it. While thinking that, he suddenly turns towards me. Hey, have you decided on a prom date? A prom date? No, not yet. Then, how about we go together? Huh? Me? With you? Yeah. You don't want to? I can sense Gill's anxiety and see the tentative hope in his eyes. That's why. Let's see. I think we're supposed to select directly ask about Clarissa. We don't really have a choice but to bring up Claris. I don't mind, but don't you want to go out with Claris? What? Claris? No, she's already going with someone. Plus, Claris wouldn't give me the time of day. Wait, that's not what I meant. The moment I brought up Claris, Gill started to fidget again. I like how we're making a choice that's like technically in the past, so like it should have already happened. How tragic. He must have been rejected already. Maybe I should leave Claris out of the conversation. It's okay, Gill. I'll be your prom date. Now he's just accepting out of pity. I try to cheer him up. Gill looks at me with shining eyes. Really? Yes. Wow, thank you. Let's go to prom together. It's a promise. Hearts. It's still weird that I, like, in a past like memory, you could like pick the wrong choice. Gill takes my hand and starts enthusiastically shaking it. Seeing Gill so relieved shows that both of us were prom leftovers. At least that's what I was thinking. No, you were his first choice. All right. I get to go to prom with her. Even after arriving home, I was still on cloud 9. She suddenly asked about Claris, so I got nervous, but in the end, she still said yes. Now we're going to prom together. From my perspective, we're pretty much a couple now, and it's already hearing wedding bells. Like, relax, dude. You haven't even, like, she doesn't even know you like her. I have to put my best foot forward on the day of. And at the end, I'll confess all my feelings to her. Just the thought of that makes me nervous. I'm confident I know how to properly escort a girl, but I'm nervous to confess my feelings to her. I've never done that. I better make the perfect plan for this. However, there's one thing I realized. I don't have a suit! I quickly go through all my clothes and confirm that yes, I don't even have a suit. In fact, the one I have is back home. What should I do? I should have brought it with me when I moved, just in case. I mean, it's kind of hard to, like, when you're moving, it's kind of hard to, like, select what you need. Especially if you have, like, a lot of stuff. After all, prom isn't prom without a suit. It's probably like some rental place that can do it for a cheap price. I didn't think the university would hold a prom, so I left it at home. Normally, you have a prom your junior and senior year and that's it. But Los York University is known for holding these kinds of trendy events for the students. That's why at some point it was suggested to have a college prom. Actually, it became a tradition. I had no choice but to buy another suit. However, a quick check in my wallet and I realized I don't have enough to buy one. I have lots of suits back home, so it feels like a waste to buy a new one. Still, I haven't gone back home since entering college. It's hard to think of going back now. I didn't run away from home like her, but I still have a lot of issues that made me leave. It would be strange to go back now. I might have to ask my older brother for help with this. I'm still on good terms with my older brother, but I'm not sure how comfortable I am asking for help with this. Anyways, one step at a time. Dinner first. I rushed to the kitchen to prepare dinner. Meanwhile, I heard their laughter. I look up and see that the doors of their rooms were half open. I feel like I'm eavesdropping, which made me restless. I went to go close the door, but I paused. Because they were talking about spending time with lovers. Oh, girl talk. So, if you were to get a boyfriend, how would you spend your time with him? Well, I think I just want to simply be with him as much as I could. How about you? I prefer someone who has my back and will work hard with me. Actually, I have a dream. Oh, really? Oh, really? I stopped listening and started moving away from the door. So she just wants to spend time with her boyfriend. Previously, I thought she said she wanted someone to work hard with. I guess it's different depending on the person. In that case, we're a lot closer than I previously thought. I also want to just enjoy being around my girlfriend. I couldn't help but smile at getting a bit of insight into her values for the first time. And then he just takes it as gospel. He's like, alright, done. Gotta work from home and spend as much time with her. Actually, I'm even more happy to know that she actually thinks about boyfriends and romance. She always talked about matchmaking everyone else and never about herself. But if she likes spending time with her boyfriend, then it'd be bad to be super busy all the time. I haven't thought about my own future, but if that's what she desires most, then I also want to put my relationships before my job. No, don't do that! The balance. I don't have a particular passion, so I'll just become a freelancer. That would let me have enough time for her. Yeah. Going off the deep end, Shelby was just like, work, and he's just like, gotta be there all the time. Tomorrow I should start thinking about what kind of job I could do in that role. Maybe writing. After all, I like writing. So maybe I could become a freelance writer. They're like starving artists. This is probably also starving artists, or starving writers, rather. So probably a hard job to like make a lot of money with. It's freelancing. Let's become like popular. Alternatively, I could become a magazine editor. I'll research that line of work later. I could work from home and always be by your side. That would be my ideal life. I haven't confessed my feelings to her yet, but I can't help but think about our future together. Getting ahead of himself. I mean, it's kind of nice to be able to work from home, but like, he's doing it for all the wrong reasons. He's putting the cart before the horse, just like building his whole life around Lynette when he doesn't even have Lynette. So like, yeah, if Lynette leaves, the whole castle crashes down. I don't have any dreams I want to chase. The only thing I want is to be with her. I've already forgotten about the issues with getting a suit. Instead, I start humming as I prepare dinner. Oh, that was so fun! What were the girls doing? She closed the app we were using until just a bit ago. That was so neat! I didn't think there would be an app where you exchange voices. Oh no! Was that like not actually what they said? Lynette actually wants someone who follows their dreams. It's fun, isn't it? It's all the rage at Cutie's Diner. Claris's voice was switched with mine. Mine was switched to sounds like hers. Think of all the pranks we could play with this. It's perfect for teasing flirty customers. I can't wait to use it against them. There you go, thinking of naughty things. Well, it's his fault for trying to hit on me during my shift. Claris giggles while waving her phone around. I look at the app icon while laying in bed and think about the conversation from earlier. Spending time with my boyfriend. Even though that was said with my voice, Claris's way of thinking is charming. But considering that, I still think Gill is a perfect match for her. Gill's so serious and so caring. If Claris says she wants to spend time with him, I'm sure he would indulge her. Besides, Gill likes Claris. He was so sad he couldn't go to prom with her. Plus, he's always following Claris with his gaze. But what's most important here is Claris's feelings. She might even like Gill too. I look at Claris while thinking about that. If I aim my Cupid's bow at her, I could check their compatibility. But for now, I have to rely on my own instincts instead. Don't be like... Claris be like, why are you pointing that bow and arrow at me? It might be inconvenient, but I need to prove the power of humanity. I can't use my powers. As the real deal Cupid, I want the people closest to me to find love first. Claris keeps trying to get me to date someone, but her love life is more important. After all, Claris will always be in the human realm. One day, I'll have to return to Celestia. Eventually. Those app voice changes, they're pretty sophisticated now. I've seen like those videos of like US presidents playing like Minecraft or something and saying like really weird slang that like they would never say. It's also kind of a problem as well because like you can just easily impersonate someone. Alright, anywho, a few days later, the day of prom arrived. Did he get a suit or did he forget? Okay, it looks like Gill managed to get a suit. My brother managed to get me a suit from back home. Anxiously, I checked my appearance numerous times. The night's finally here! I'm getting so nervous. I heard from Claris that this is her first prom. I have a lot of responsibilities on my shoulders. I thought about how to properly escort her to the dance, but... Gill, are you ready to go? When I saw her all dressed up, every bit of my nervousness I felt left my body. She looked like an angel. Are we gonna get to see her? Oh, you're so beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, Gill, you're looking rather dashing. You look like a groom here. I mumble that under my breath, and her face lights up with genuine joy. Really? I've never worn a dress like this, so I was really nervous. Thank you, Gill. You look wonderful yourself. Really? Wow, thank you. Well, shall we go? Yes. The prom was being held in the university gymnasium. Already there was tons of couples in attendance. Is that like an ice sculpture like Articuno in the back? Like, that's very fancy. Seems like easy to break though. Wow! So this is a prom. It's absolutely wonderful. The entire gym smelled like confections. Couples were joyfully dancing. I noticed that her eyes lit up with pure joy at the sight. Wow, she wasn't kidding about this being her first time. Just like when we first became roommates, her shining eyes made my heart leap. Come on, let's dance! For sure! I take her hand and join the crowd of dancing couples. My heart skipped a beat when I saw how small her fingers were. It's not the first time I have held hands with a girl. In fact, I've held hands with her a few times before. Yet for some reason, holding her hand now makes me feel a bit restless. Of all the hands I've held before, hers feels the warmest and most petite. I want to protect this lovely hand. Her small size only made me feel that even more. I was still fumbling and stumbling, but somehow I managed to lead our dance. Then she stepped on my foot. Ow! Eek! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Gill. No, it's alright. In fact, I wouldn't mind if you stepped on me more. Wait, no, are you okay? No, Gill, don't be that. Don't be that guy. Oh, yes, I'm fine. Hey, Gill? I just realized something that might be kind of important. What's that? I've never danced with someone before. Wait, what? Not even once? Not even in middle school? Her gaze drifted away from mine as she looked for the right words. When she spoke, her voice was so faint. Actually, my father forbid me from dancing and anything too involved. Wow, harsh. I knew that she was sheltered, but that was a lot. Maybe she was kept from having fun for her own safety. So this is not only her first prom, but the first time she's ever danced with a man? Of course, that would make me happy. I feel so hyped to just have such a great duty. I'll do my best to guide her. Well, I'll teach you how to dance. Don't worry, you'll pick it up quickly. Thank you, Gill. She gives me her usual sweet, innocent smile. As always, she's placed her trust in my hands. And as always, she's so adorable. She's still my baby bird. I take her hand and start dancing. Are we not gonna get to see her dress? Alright. Having a dance lesson here in the middle of prom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it! There you go! See, you're getting the hang of it, Lynette. Are you teasing me? No, not at all. Just let me guide you. Listen to the music and just do it like this. Prom might be a dance, but it's not only for dancing. We're here to enjoy ourselves, which is the most important tonight. I say that to her while guiding her through the dance steps. Soon she started to enjoy the dance much more. Haha! So next, do like this. Perfect! Excellent moves! I spun her around and caught her in my arms. Then I nodded and she gave me a great big smile. She's so heckin' cute! It was clear that she loves dancing. I couldn't help but share in her joy. And when she's dressed like this, she looks just like an angel. Oh, can we see her? Can we see her dress, please? Not just Gill. Does she have a portrait? Do they not want to draw a portrait for her? In a dress, in a new outfit? I can't help myself. I'm absolutely, totally so in love with her. She's so cute. She's so absolutely cute. I can't look away from her. Haha. Prom is so much fun, Gill. Unlike me, she's a pro at having fun. She lives life to the fullest. I'm always too worried about the minutiae? I can't say that word. To relax. That's why she shines so brightly in my eyes. She's so cute. She's easy to love. I want to be with her forever. I want to protect her for the rest of my life. All my thoughts are about her. She was the only one I could see until prom ended. Oh man, the obsession. For the other dudes, the obsession didn't, it progressed later, but and this is just Gill's route, it's the obsession is right away. How is he gonna evolve later on? We enjoyed dancing and eating until the event ended. On the way home, we were finally alone with one another. Phew! That was fantastic, wasn't it, Gill? Oh! Yeah, it was! She was all I could focus on during the prom. She captured me with her cuteness. But I still had an important mission. The time has come. It's after prom. That means it's time for the promposal. We're walking along with nowhere but home to get, yet that was the only thing on my mind. What do I say to her? I couldn't say I want to make soup for you every day. No, that's cheesy. How about a simple, will you marry me? They always go way overboard. I was she doesn't even know your feelings. Wait, record scratch. Marriage is skipping way too many important steps. Sorry, glad you're kind of aware of that. It's best to keep it straightforward and simple here. So, what is it that I want to say to her? Gill? She glances at my face. In that moment, my mind went blank, and suddenly I embraced her. Oh, okay, we get to see the dress. She looks cute. I like how this is just an overlay of the hug from the street. They're replaying history, I guess. Recreating history. Eep! She sounded so surprised by my hug, yet I can't let her go. I wrapped my arms around her and squeezed her tightly. A sweet fragrance tickled my nose. It's not perfume. It's the lingering scent of her shampoo. The one that I picked out for her. Oh, I love you so much. Say that out loud. She has so much trust in me. That's why she's my precious, adorable girl. Lynette, I'll always protect you. Oh, Gill. She giggles softly near my ear, and I wrapped her arms around me as well. Wonderful. Thank you for everything, Gill. Still some whoosh went over her head. She definitely does not know that was a confession. Gasp. Is this... In other words... Does she feel the same as I do? That has to be it. I said I'll protect her and she expressed her gratitude. She's just saying thank you, dude. Now I can protect her for the rest of my life. Oh, Gill. No, back to the future. Back to the present time. Like, no. That's right. Back then, Gill promised to protect me. In the moment, I felt like I found my family. That made me feel so happy. Families protect one another. Perhaps that's why Gill felt like an older brother. After all, Gill looked after me from the moment I came to the human realm. Until Gill's graduation, I never understood that I shouldn't have taken him for granted. I never considered why he took care of me. Instead, I just assumed that was because he was a nice person. I never thought to consider Gill's feelings, but now I have a chance to make things right. Then, could it be that... I looked towards Gill while still confused at everything. When I put my hand on his arm, he gasps and nearly leaps away. Oh, break the embrace. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I can see that Gill looks thoroughly embarrassed. His face is red from ear to ear. He looked at me with watery eyes. Sorry. He averts his gaze. After turning around, he runs away. Wait, what about dinner? Huh? I was left standing alone. I think this was the first time I understood how Gill felt. However, he left before I could be sure. Huh? I put my hand over my heart and realized it was racing. This has never happened to me before. She caught the feelings. No, I should focus on Gill. He said that he would protect me. I didn't realize it at the time, but... Was Gill confessing his feelings for me? No. No. Of course not. Okay, she's finally getting it. The puzzle pieces are coming together. They're clicking. Big embrace is a sign of love. Of course, that can include familial love too. But Gill's embrace was different this time. It wasn't the kind of hug I'd give to a family member or a friend. Could it really be true? Maybe Clarice was right. Maybe Gill liked me? If that were true, then I'm the cause of Gill becoming the lovelorn parasite. Hold the phone. You gotta be kidding me. My heart was still pounding as I looked in the direction Gill ran off in. I was still standing outside. I'd forgotten to go back inside. I was still feeling dazed. Oh wow, he ran all the way back to the university. I was running. Before I knew it, I had arrived at Los York University once again. It's a repeat of our prom night. Feels like I'm reliving the past. But coming back to campus won't turn back time. The prom is already said and done. Plus, I've been dragging around my rejection for 2 years. Even on the day that I finally decided to get over myself, I still couldn't do anything. Jeez, what am I doing? Why didn't I tell her how I felt back then? I embraced her, but nothing changed. I just felt so pitiful. I was just so happy that she even came. Because of that, I got ahead of myself and hugged her. But she got embarrassed and blushed. The tension felt so awkward that I just had to run away. I'm sure she's hungry right now. After all, this was supposed to be a dinner date. I had imagined going home to our life together, making dinner for us and our life together. Yet that made me feel worse. That's why I'm horrible. That's why she won't ever notice my feelings. That's why I'm destined to be the lovelorn parasite. But if she blushed, does that mean that she finally sees me as a real man? When I first embraced her, she returned it with such an innocent smile. I assumed that was her answer and I felt elated. But now I see that she didn't think of me in that way at all. At the time, I thought that our feelings were mutual and I assumed we would start dating immediately. And then I gave my heart and soul for her. Just like this. Hey, I made a cafe au lait, black coffee, and espresso. Take your pick. You can have any you want. No, this is when he just starts spoiling her to the max. Oh, don't worry. Just relax. I'll take care of everything around here. Your wish is my command. You don't need to walk anywhere. I'll carry you wherever we go. Come on, jump on my back. Oh God, Gill. Oh no, Gill, you're too much. That would creep anyone out. Except like very specific people. Oh, you can't see the parade? Well, just step on me. I'll be your stepping stool so you get the perfect view. I think one of his kinks must be getting stepped on. I don't know, maybe you would like Claire. She seems like she would be the dominatrix type. I had dedicated my entire life to her, but that only brought trouble. Because I tried to solve even the smallest problem, she always looked irritated. She'd tell me that she wasn't a child. Still, I wanted to do everything I could for her. I wanted to take care of her as much as possible. Because of that, we started to have more and more disagreements. I started to become worried that she hated me. When I told her that we're not going to be roommates anymore, she didn't react. That was proof that my feelings weren't mutual. If only I read the room and understood her better, I would have realized that she has no interest in her own love life. In the end, I never really saw her for who she really was. I only saw what I wanted. That's why I missed my chance with her. Still, she looked so darn cute when she blushed. It was the first time that she had that expression. That's why I thought I had a chance. This time I won't mess up. She might actually see me as an equal and a man now. I have to be resolute and tell her my feelings. Otherwise, I'll be the lovelorn parasite until I die. I look up at the university. Things haven't changed since I was a student, but I prayed to God that I can still win her heart. The end of the chapter? Yep, end of chapter. What's the next one? A God-given opportunity. Okay. Which god is it gonna be? Alright, well this is a good time to stop. Poor Gill. He's trying way too hard. Coming off too strong. At least, like, Lynette doesn't seem disgusted. She's just, like, way too aloof and naive to like, understand the hints. So he just keeps pushing harder. Alright, so let's take a little breaky break. Save. Alright. A lot of this route it just seems like it's gonna be like reminiscing about the past and like, yeah, hopefully Gill hashing out his feelings and Lynette finally connecting the dots. Yeah, it's still kind of cute to see him like in college and stuff back in the day. But yeah, this is like probably where most of the relationship developed. While the other dudes, like, she didn't even know them until like the beginning of the game. It's kind of interesting, like, to have a character that, like, the protagonist has a deep past with. All right. Anywho, I hope you guys are having a fun time with this, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.